How to style long hair for men, Targaryen style. Hello guys and welcome back. We've got a lot to cover today, and before I get any further, please remember to smash that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you've watched any of the lore videos for House of the Dragon or Dance of the Dragons, I'd also love it if you'd leave me a comment telling me whose side you're on. Are you with the greens or are you with the blacks? And not only that, why? Why do you choose that team? I'll be checking those comments. Now, the styles that I'll be covering today are based off Prince Daemon's median length hairstyle that I've seen in the trailers. Prince Daemon is set to be one of the main characters slash button pushers in the series, so I think by the end, whether it goes on for 5 years or whatever, he is going to be a very iconic character. And obviously, as you can see, my mannequin head, who I've also called Daemon, matches quite well with what we've seen of Prince Daemon so far anyway. So there. In terms of prepping the hair, I've actually been very lazy today and I haven't actually done anything to this mannequin. I believe it is real human hair that we're working with today. It's really thick and really straight already, so it's fairly easy to work with. But if you do want to try any of these styles for yourself and your hair type is nothing like this, I do have plenty of hair straightening videos kicking around here on my channel from ages ago that can help you achieve a similar vibe. I'll leave those up in the cards for you, and if you want to pick up any of the accessories that I use for the tutorials today, like my brushes or my elastics, those will also be linked in the description for you. So for style number one, we're going to be doing Daemon's half up, half down hairstyle. This one is very, very easy. Firstly, I sectioned the hair from the ear to the top of the crown and ensured that it left a section out in the front of each ear that dangled down to the jawline. Next, I grabbed my ball bristle brush and brushed the top section of hair to make it nice and smooth. Once I was happy with the position and the smoothness of my upper section, I secured it in place with a clear elastic. To finish up the hairstyle, I gave it a once over and ensured that everything was looking good and proportionate, and voila, done skis. The only thing you really need to take into account to make sure you nail this style is the placement of the ponytail and getting it right on top of the crown here. It's nice and high compared to something like a Jon Snow look or a Eren Yeager look that comes, a little bit further down the head. It's nice and high, this one. So moving on to style number two, I thought I'd elevate the regular Daemon look a little bit by simply adding a Dutch braid into the top section of hair. I am yet to see any Targaryen men with braids in their hair. It only seems to be the women who wear these extravagant braided hairstyles. And obviously, being me, I questioned this straight away and I thought, well, why can't Targaryen men have them as well? I mean, men wearing braids is certainly a thing these days, so I decided to go ahead and add a modern spin to it anyway. And the placement of this one sits a little bit lower on the crown compared to the previous hairstyle. And the reason for that is because where the hair was secured before is now where the braid separates from the head. And because that space is now taken up by the braid, we've got to move where we secure it down just a smidge. And as soon as I got the look and placement of my Dutch braid right, I then secured the end of my Dutch braid at the back with the unbraided parts of the top section tightly together with one of my elastics. And then once I was happy with that, I unraveled the end of the braid and merged it into the loose ends of the ponytail to bring everything together. And from there, it's happy days. That's style number two. Also, while I'm here talking about braiding, actually, if you are wanting to try this kind of stuff on yourself, but you have no idea where to start with braiding, I do have some really helpful tutorials on how to get started with no experience. And I strongly suggest that you check those out if you're a beginner. They will also too be left up in the cards for you if you want to learn. Now, moving on to style number three. So with style number three, I wanted to elevate this braided look just that little bit further, so I opted in for 2 Dutch braids on each side of the head and released the top section altogether and then used it to cover the ends of the 4 braids that I put into the sides before securing it all together for the final look. I got pretty tricky in the end there. I personally think out of the 3 styles, number 3 is the most badass and cool looking. However, I'm gonna let you be the judge and let me know in the comments which of the 3 hairstyles was your favorite. And if you do try any of these hairstyles on Instagram, make sure you tag me. My Instagram handle is @ThomasInAction. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for swinging by this channel and watching up until this point, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm and hit subscribe if you want more hair related content every now and then. I'll catch you next time. Bye.